Hey, you found us. Welcome to Rock Painting Workshops. Today I'm going to paint this cute little chubby dragonfly with you, and I copied this image off Whippersnapper Designs, and it creates craft stamps. And here we go. I'm just going to create the background in first, and you can see that I'm just putting the acrylic paint pen around the edges, and I'm just smushing off the outer edge into the background. And a few of you will be able to see the purple paint just off the very edge of my rock, and that's because I paint on both sides of my rock and I don't look at the other side before I paint. I like it to be a surprise, so when I've painted all my rocks and I've sealed the other side, I flip them all over to check if it's suitable to draw on the back, and if so, I leave them image side down and I grab them and just let my intuition decide what's going to go on what rock on a certain day. And that's how I decide what that person that's going to receive it, because I paint all kindness rocks, and I just leave all that up to the universe to decide what images are going to go on what rocks and who's going to get them. Okay, so we finished the background. That's it. That's all I do. And here I'm decided to paint the dragonfly. I was going to say butterfly. Dragonfly with my yellow. This is my least favorite color, by the way. It's probably equal to red. So this week my friend gave me a challenge. I think I've lost the challenge already. Man. She said to me I can't do a design without pink in it. And if it hasn't got pink, it's got purple. So here we go. I already failed. And I was like, I'll show you I can. And I thought, I'm going to do a yellow dragonfly. And I did, but I've done pink background and purple background. And these aren't even my favorite colors. So as everyone knows, my favorite color is orange. And here I've got pink is my grandson's favorite color. Yellow is my daughter's favorite color. And purple is one of my other daughter's favorite color. And no orange in sight. Okay, so if you're listening, Lisa, which I know you are, I've still lost the bet. I still can't steer away from pink. So I'm just going to keep on going. So all I'm doing is just laying down one even color of paint. And this is acrylic paint in pen form. You might be using acrylic paint with a paintbrush. Either way, one thin, even layer. Okay, and here we go. We've got two layers now. I've got my water and paintbrush and some shading colors. The shading colors are just a deeper color. So here I'm using the ochre by Posca, and it's a darker yellow. I'll just go straight in. So darker areas are in the eye sockets, where anything is joining to cast a shadow, things like that. And what I do is I dip my paintbrush in the water, wipe it on the microfiber cloth at the top of my mat to get rid of any watery drips, and I touch it onto the top of my paint pen to pick up some color. I do exactly the same thing with acrylic paint. So I'll just grab a photo for Facebook people. Okay, and let's keep going. Yeah, so we've got the two layers, we've done the shading, and I am not going to grab my black pen. I'm going to grab my white pen and do the outlines to give it a different look. And here we go. I'm not worried about hiding the black pen, because any bits of black that's shown through, they'll just help in with the shading. And I'll just add some extra dots and dashes for highlights. So don't be worried if you don't hide any of the black. It really does help give some more depth to it. But I'm just, working with my white pen for a couple of days, a bit more than I usually do, because I sort of been doing a lot of black pen outlines lately, so I thought I'd just keep going with the white pen. And what this shows you as I'm working is how layerable good quality acrylic paint is. So when you've got the acrylic paint or acrylic paint pens like I'm using, the good quality has good pigment and it has a good amount of pigment. in it, which is even more important. And that means you can layer it up. It can paint on top of itself. You can see the white is just easily going over the dark purple. You can paint on black rocks. You don't need to base coat them. It will show up like this on a dark rock or on a light rock. You can see I'm going over the black pen in places and you can't see it. And sometimes I'm offsetting the black paint as well to give the shadow. But this is why, you know, a lot of pens work. This is why I recommend the brands that I do, because I like it to be layerable. I like it to have good quality. Without good quality pigment, it becomes quite transparent, and people are painting up to like 6 layers of paint just to get that nice coverage, especially with yellow and white, where you can see with my yellow in 2 coats, boom, it was done. Nice thin layer I did of yellow. I let it dry. By the time I've done painting in all the areas, it's dry enough for me to add the second layer, so I don't even have to dry it with hair dryers or anything else. So yeah, this is why to me it matters what brands I'm using. Of course you have to fit in with your budget. Rosy cheeks are the way to go, aren't they? Just pop them in. But yeah, you always have to work within your budget. I understand that, but you can get some really good budget pens that have quality pigment in them as well. Okay, and that's the first thing they do, is to cheapen the cost of the pens. They will put in less pigment or a very low quality pigment. I'll just get that white pen working. I'm just adding in some highlights, but I popped it on the black when the black was still a little bit wet, so I had to clean that off. And there you go, she's done. Very sweet. I lost the bet. Started off good with yellow. What colour will you choose? Pop over to Reef Rock Free Workshops on Facebook and show us your dragonfly.